Hello.
Well, we're doing a new game. We're doing the
Bum bum bum.
yes, Destroy All Humans, which is one of my favoritist games, and we're going to do a new game. As you can see, I played through this and completed it, and yeah, it's been fun doing that again. I've got my hand to grips with all the missions and stuff, so yeah, I just hope it remembers my subtitle choice. It hasn't, right?
That's
Well,
a bother.
if I can, oh fuck.
Hey, today on the news at 12.
Okay, well, I ended up skipping that. Um, Hang on. Options, audio, uh, display, subtitles on, archives. Right. Doing it the long way. Uh,
Welcome today to the news at 12.
yes, this is a.
Hello, friends. Have you ever gazed up into the night sky and wondered at the possibility life on other
No,
planets?
this is a reference to Plan 9 from Outer Space, I think, which is Ed
I,
Wood. It's an Ed Wood movie.
I'll take your word for it. I just think it's funny, but you listen to old newsreel footage and
Yes.
stuff, and it sounds.
Yeah, I know.
I was listening to the Formula One stuff the other day, and I can't remember what the guy's name is,
Mhm.
but he's got a very distinctive voice,
Mm.
and it's just it's really annoying because he's a very famous commentator. I've forgotten his name now. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up. Famous
Mm.
F1 commentator. Murray Walker. That's it.
Uh,
Murray Walker, bloody famous, and his voice was just fantastic for it. Perfectly suited for such a thing.
Even I recognise
Hey,
that name.
like the whole thing is just an accident, isn't it? That starts this game off.
Well, yeah, but I was thinking while you were looking it up, like, because this is Crypto. This is the character we play, and it's a different clone. But it's a pretty stupid thing for him to do.
Yeah.
But not that we don't get captures and things like this. So yeah, no, I can see it happening. But it's quite something that it survived a nuclear bomb. But yeah, as I was saying, this is one of my favourite games of all time. I'm playing through the sequel as well, which I think we'll get to, which is rather longer. But do you?
You have you have seen that I've been playing the remastered version.
Yes. What do you make of the Destroy All Humans series? Like, if you've played it, the original and the remake.
I've only played that remaster version, and I didn't play all that much of it in the grand scheme. I mean, you saw how much I've when we were first testing whether the Steam Deck could play a
Yeah,
stream.
that's right.
We had a little look, didn't we? I don't know how far in I am. You thought I was near the end
Yeah.
at the time, but I wouldn't know. It's all right.
Mm.
I got into it for a little while, and I got out of it for a little while.
So the gist of this game is that the Furon people clone one another because they don't have genitals, and they're running out of pure DNA, so their cloning banks are in jeopardy. Mercifully, as he's saying now, ages ago they went to Earth and their sailors got a bit randy with the local population, and there's traces of Furon DNA on Earth. So we're going on a little harvesting mission, and maybe look into what happened to our predecessor.
You're gonna probe some butts.
Actually, the anal probe is kind of bad in this game. I found.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah, like they have to be facing away from you, and you have to aim it right at their butt.
Oh, they've updated it in the for the in the remaster. It's not quite that bad.
Yeah, I mean they did do more of it with it in the second game, but there are things I like more about this game than the second one. But I think the story is stronger in the second one. I think a lot of things are stronger in the second one, really. But
Especially the buttholes. Buttholes. It's not many opportunities I get to use the word butthole, and it be perfectly
mm,
appropriate. Can't use it at work.
no, you're only an accountant. You're only a junior accountant. If you got a promotion, you
Okay.
could use it all
I'm
you
in a
liked.
I'm an assistant accountant. You keep throwing the word junior around.
Hmm. Well, oh fuck. Yeah, that's that then. Right. Let's just crack on.
Crack, just like birds.
Yeah. I don't really like the locations in this game as well. But I played this all the fucking time when I was younger. All the fucking time. I played the second one before I played the first one. Um yeah.
You mentioning locations brings us on to one of my topics.
Right.
If you would like to
Yeah,
have
go
a
ahead,
topic,
go ahead.
you don't have to if you want to go on
No,
through
no,
it.
please do. I sort of I think I've said all I need to say until something else comes up that I can ledge onto. So yeah, please proceed.
Uh, where would you know, by any chance, where an ironing board was recently found? An unexpected ironing board was recently found.
On the moon.
Not quite that unexpected, but
On
one could say it is closer to the moon than we are now.
in space.
Nope.
The International Space Station.
Ben Nevis,
Right.
the mountain.
That sounds like a stag party thing.
Well, they reckon that a lot of people take items up there as part of charity climbs, and presumably someone has just left an ironing board up there. Oh, it became frozen. Oh no, okay, it was my stream.
No, I was just checking we were recording after the debacle that was your video.
Yeah, well, you know, it's nice to have a debacle every now and again.
Mm.
Keeps us on our toes. At least it didn't, like, you know, stop recording halfway through and tell me that there wasn't enough space.
We've had a fair few, haven't we?
We've had a few.
Almost as if we're not very good at this.
Well, I think the evidence stands for itself, doesn't it? But yeah, there was an ironing board atop Ben Nevis, which was like they've considered the possibility it was an extreme ironer because that's a thing that weird people do. Um, but no, I just thought it was worth mentioning. There's a another charity thing going on at the moment, or at least the event itself is tomorrow. Do you know what that would be?
It's not comic relief, children in need.
It is indeed Children in Need tomorrow. Yeah,
I
it's
know because there's been a lot of
Thursday.
where I work, people are doing stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you know what the big Radio Two thing is this year?
Oh, I don't know. Are they
You don't have to try and come up with something silly and funny if you just want me to tell you.
yeah, go on.
Vernon Kay is running from Leicester to Bolton over the course of 4 days.
Right. Okay.
Leicester because that's where they held the Radio 2 Park Festival thingy that they do. And Bolton because that's where he's from. They're calling it an ultra marathon because we're talking like 110 something miles. And he's doing it over 4 days. He ran 40 miles yesterday, apparently.
See, I'm sort of glad they got rid of the mental energy thing in the second one. There's a lot of changes they made that I quite like. But yeah, that whole running from Leicester to Bolton. I mean, that just sounds like some sort of standard.
Yeah, I mean, it's
thing.
he's not really. He used to do American football, didn't he? So it's not like he's not got form for having done sporty stuff, which is what I would say that classifies as. So you know, it sort of makes sense that he's doing it at the same time. It's not really making it sense. Last I heard, and this is about 3:45, maybe 4 o'clock. I heard this. They'd raised about 1.8 million over the course of the 2-3 days.
Well, that's something to be pleased with, isn't it?
Yeah, and it'll be more than that by the time it actually happens. I'd be surprised if it's not like 2.5, maybe 3. So yeah.
No, I'm going to
nice to
extract all the brains from these people because we are going to need it.
They're Americans. Do they even have many brains?
Hee.
Let's all laugh at an industry. Sorry, I always have that. We might not get that anymore. Oh man.
Ow. still think you should watch Let's Drown Out.
Oh, there's a lot of things I should watch.
I mean, politically, it's not aged particularly well. They've both changed as people, but it's crucial. And Gabriel Morton are amusing in it.
People do change.
I didn't really
Like,
like the look of the remastered version.
did you not?
No, it looked too cartoonish.
So you see, I'm not really a big fan of this look, but that's because it looks too low res.
I'm fine with that.
I'm all for. Don't get me wrong. I know that video games don't need to have great graphics to be great games, right?
I
But
don't have
in
my
this day
hands
and
on the
age,
quantum deconstructor yet, Pox. What are you talking about? The brain's gone
I'm
missing. Okay, fine.
I'm all for. I'm all for more retro graphics, but I do quite like things looking, in my opinion, better where possible. I do like decent graphics.
So, if you take their brains when they're dead, you don't get quite as much DNA. And I need to scan something. Come here, chicken.
What?
Profound. Thank you.
Mm. We didn't comment on a big death that has happened recently.
Yeah. Who?
Bobby Charlton.
Yes, we did.
I don't remember talking about it.
We did last time.
Oh, okay. Well, he had his funeral recently as well.
Yes, it was mentioned at work, actually.
Yeah, Bobby Charlton's funeral happened, and it was what it was.
It was a funeral.
Same day as all those protests, wasn't it?
No idea.
I feel like it was two big police operations on the same day. So obviously we're going to have to be looking after the. I'm assuming it was a funeral procession. I didn't really follow it, to be honest with you. It's not something that interested me.
No. No.
But,
Do you have a connections round for me?
uh,
Okay,
tell me,
fine.
tell me you don't want to talk about this without telling me you don't want to talk about this.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this. I'll do my topic first. How about that?
Up to you, because I have got a connections round.
Well,
Or maybe I was lying to you earlier.
Russia has, I think it's petitioned the UN or something to withdraw itself from the nuclear weapons treaty, so it can. Its argument being that it should be allowed to use nuclear weapons on its own territory,
That seems risky.
which would be Ukraine.
Well, yeah, because they claim it as their own, don't they?
Yeah,
The East, at least.
yeah.
Yeah,
It would be obviously very stupid, but they don't. There's obviously no intention of them actually being successful. It's just a way to send a message to Ukraine that if we could, we would. If there's an option we are considering.
harmful rhetoric for the sake of harmful rhetoric.
Yeah.
But I suppose that is Russia for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I understand that relations between China and the US are looking slightly positive.
Well, I did read a tweet about that. China, Xi Jinping or whatever the fuck his name is. What is it?
Something like that. I don't know.
The Chinese premier, went with his wife to the US. Suddenly, it's his wife's birthday. I think she shares his birthday with President Biden. And President Xi forgot, apparently, because he was too busy. But Biden wished her a happy birthday, and people are joking that this is how World War III is going to begin.
That's understandable.
I'd
rather it start because of that than because of I don't know. I don't know. Some other stupid reason.
We did it, and these are the newspapers that pop up whenever you do a mission.
Right then, shall we? Do you want the thingy?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you have got Peter Jennings, Janine Garofalo, and Ethan Hawke.
So people who have hosted Jeopardy.
No.
May I have some more, please?
Of course. Alec Baldwin,
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson,
I've all shot a man on set or a woman on set.
and Martin Sheen.
Uh, um, I'm gonna need some more, I think.
Okay. You've got Danny Glover,
Uh-huh.
George Clooney,
Okay.
and Susan Sarandon.
Were they all in Friends?
That's not what I've got on the list.
Well, is it something to do with a role?
No. Sort of. It's awkward. It doesn't. Neither answer feels entirely truthful,
Hmm.
and that will make more sense when you know what the answer is.
May I have some more names, please?
Okay. Yes. There's not many more I can give you. You have got Tim Robbins, Sean Penn, and Helen Hunt. After this, there are four more names, and they are the most helpful names in the list.
Okay.
To the point where, if it were me, I would probably get it from knowing two of these names that are connected.
Okay.
So,
yes, please, more.
okay. The, do you just want the last four before
Yeah,
that, in my opinion, give it away?
give me the four, please.
Okay. Michael Moore,
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Oh, I know.
Go on then.
Are they all in Team America representing
They are all celebrities that are parodied in Team
Lampoon?
America. Yes. Do you know who the last two people are?
Kim Jong Il, I would guess.
Kim Jong Il. Yep, that's one of them.
And
I'd almost be surprised if you did get this because
well,
it's
you've
quite
said
a.
Sean Penn, and I know Matt Damon was.
My clue, if you didn't get it, would have been the Matt Damon voice.
I don't know who.
Hans Blix, the Swedish diplomat and politician for the Liberal People's Party, who is the person who investigates North Korea or during the film as part of their "How Hans" conversation between him and Kim Jong Il.
Yeah.
And he gets fed to the sharks or whatever it is.
Like a Bond villain.
Like a Bond villain, yeah. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting connection around together.
Yeah.
I wondered if you'd get it, and you did get it. What was the name that gave it away? Was it the fact that it was Matt Damon and Michael Moore?
Well, Michael Moore. Who was the one after Michael Moore?
Matt Damon.
Yeah, Michael Moore really was the start.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like I said, of all the names, they were the four that were going to give it away.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure which order to read those four out in because, like, if you've got those people and then you've got Kim Jong Il, how many things are there going to be?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I saw it a while ago. I remember when I was a kid, I went to my neighbour's house. And they were the nice older couple, and had some DVDs, and they let us borrow some. And I asked if we could borrow Team America, and they said, "Oh, you're probably a bit too young for that."
They were probably right.
And I probably was.
They have the puppet sex scene, don't they?
Yeah.
I read a while back that they had made it much worse than it actually is, so they could deliberately cut stuff. But I think there was a golden shower scene in the part to the sex scene, which they could immediately cut and say, "Oh, well, this is how we're letting you censor what we're."
Well, that's a classic strategy, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, it's the whole fucking thing is ridiculous. The vomit scene where it just keeps on coming, and the fact that they blow up the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
It's a ridiculous
foreign
fucking
policy
film.
in a nutshell.
American foreign policy. Oof. Hi, America and American people.
Nobody, no Americans are watching.
No, no one's watching.
So let's
That
see.
bugs me about what I did play of this game. Actually, is that there's nothing. Everything I saw at least was in America.
Well, the sequel goes global.
Does it? Oh, that's something at least.
Yeah, yeah. It's San
It seems somewhat
Francisco,
limited.
London, Tokyo, Russia, and then the moon.
Oh, so you get to be big in Japan.
Yes, there's a Godzilla boss fight,
Oh wow.
which is fun. Yes, but this is a parody of 1950s America.
Hang on a minute. Earth women are delicious.
Yeah, you'll like this. It involves kidnapping a lady.
Hang on. Don't phrase it like that. I would never endorse
Probing.
kidnapping. I'd never endorse kidnapping anyone.
No, I know you wouldn't.
No.
I'm sorry. Wonder what they're doing.
Rumpy pumpy.
Make out point.
I mean, I'm all for people indulging in their uh, preferred activities,
Hello,
which
I
may
am
or
a
may not
farmer.
include yeehaw.
Oh shit! Wrong button. The fuck is that?
You're extracting brains.
Uh.
You're gonna get detected.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
What I need is Cary Grant and Gary Cooper.
One of my favorite mind reading thing is in the sequel. You're in
Hmm.
London, and there's a prostitute,
Of course there is.
uh, sort of subclass of what do you call him? Bots, I guess.
Hmm.
And shit, I completely forgot about that. And you scan her, and she says, "I want to be the first prostitute to become prime minister." And that's that Thatcher gets there first,
Hmm.
and that's my favourite. I've always enjoyed that.
Oh, that's a good line.
The John F. Kennedy mayor type.
Business is booming.
Yeah, he does sound exactly like that. It's very Boston-y.
Considering I can't hear what that sounds like, I'm quite pleased that I got that close enough for you. It's not a difficult voice, though, is it? Really?
No, it's not. Over and over again until somebody dies. Kind of a metaphor.
Isn't she inside for 10?
Yeah, she is, but we have to figure out that she's the ideal candidate for us to kidnap.
She may be the dumbest big Rockwell ever. And check out them cantaloupes.
Mm.
What's she doing with melons?
You, you're innocent for a disgusting pervert.
No, I understand when to play innocent.
Mm.
I'm not a disgusting pervert either.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not.
I'm much tamer than a lot of people I know, and it hurts me that you keep, you know.
Fair enough, but you've got to understand I am vanilla as anything.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it doesn't mean you get to critique
Hello,
me
I'm
for it.
here to kidnap you.
Implant command. Oh, she's running in this one, is she?
Yeah.
Pretty sure she walked in the other one. Goes on and on forever.
I think that's an incest reference.
It probably is.
No, I'm a lady. This is
No,
confusing.
there's two of them. What exactly did Dr. Kinsley mean by deviant? She's a bit thick, isn't she?
Yeah,
In both senses.
well, that was the standards of the time.
It was indeed. That's what people liked. And to be fair, it is getting a resurgence.
Well, these things come in cycles, don't they?
Mm. It's all about the thick thighs these days, is my understanding.
It's mentioned in I think in the second game there's like a bonus film where they like where Pogs and Crypto do
Hang on a minute.
commentary.
She's getting off on it, isn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
I thought that
Pogs and
was.
Crypto do commentary and they say that they did what they needed to do with Miss Rockwell. That gun is floating behind us. That's a glitch. They did what they needed to do, and then they dumped her back on Earth, and she ended up in a sanitarium.
I'm not surprised. I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
In that circumstance, you would end up in a sanitarium.
Now it's time to destroy everybody's fun.
Do you get to pick up vehicles for thingy yet? Because I always quite enjoyed picking up like cars and throwing them into tents and stuff. Yeah, using it as a. It's not always easy. But
No.
I found it more reliable for.
I don't think those guns were always there, you know. Oh, wait, no, it's only because I've got a fucking massive wanted. How did that happen, I wonder? It
Probably
was
say
because
kidnapping.
they noticed there were two Miss Rockwells.
The price of your hubris.
Oh,
When will you learn, Ben?
never.
No, you just want to smash and grab.
Don't phrase it well. I'm sorry I keep calling you a pervert if it offends you.
Oh, I don't necessarily mind. It's more the tone than the words.
Yeah, fair enough. You've nothing to be ashamed of.
No, I've not. There's
No.
plenty of people who are much worse than I am, and
Oh,
I'm fairly tame.
golly, some people like all sorts of butt stuff.
Exactly. I only like some butt stuff.
You did it.
You know, it's not like I stick cucumbers up there or anything.
Oh no, it's
If you
in
mu-
this bit. Miss Rockwell confined to Shady Pine Sanitarium. I thought it was mentioned at a later stage. They do talk about Miss Rockwell in that thing, though.
remember, people at home, if you're going to put anything in your butt, make sure it's got a flared base.
Yes. Yes.
Simple as that. That's the most important thing to remember about butt play.
What
Flared
upgrade you
bases.
got for me? Cool, right.
Got all them. Got all them. Don't need that. Yeah. Flared bases.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you, on a completely unrelated topic, and I've only remembered because I turned around. The the cat curled up next to me last night while I was in bed,
Yeah.
and it was laid there on its back, arms up, legs stretched out, belly exposed, and was just for like 20 minutes was just letting me fuss it on the belly.
Well, that was nice of it.
Like that's not a normal cat thing to do, is it?
It is when they trust you.
Oh, I mean, of course he trusts me. I'm awesome, but like at the same time, that's not normal. No, when it comes to cats, they're much more likely to go for you after a few seconds. But it was really lovely, and I just felt the need to express that. Ye fucking haw.
Yeah, we did it. And the other mayor who somehow escaped the fair, they've got a masquerade as him.
This is highly unfortunate.
Okay, we've got to go.
Get the hell out of here. Oh, you got a time limit.
Yeah. The jetpack really is not very good. It gets a lot better in the second one. Oh.
Honestly, you're terrible at that. Flying.
Yeah, I really do think the second game is a lot. Having played a lot of both of them recently. Whoop.
Pick up that DNA. Dana. Dana. What's your favourite accent?
We've discussed this before. I quite like South African. It's sort of
It might have
harsh.
changed. Things change over periods of time.
I like French well enough, but I think I like Northern Irish. But I do like South African. What's yours?
I quite like German.
It's a cuddly language.
Sometimes it can be. It has such a range. That's important.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I voted for you twice in the last election.
Yes. So we've got to. I can't even remember. I don't think feign ignorance is right answer. Yeah, I can't. I just know you have to go hard on communism, and that really helps.
Yeah. I think you need to.
There we go. Yeah, they fucking love that shit.
They do hate communism.
Oh, that's an obvious one, isn't it?
In America, yeah. Woo.
Again. Another standard.
It's satire, isn't it? This game.
Well, yeah, it's fun.
That's a recipe for someone getting shot.
Yes, it's probably happened before, one thinks. Not a great crowd.
No, it's quite small, isn't it?
These are the only literate people in the village, or the town.
And some of them look the same.
Inbreeding. He's even out of IU.
Who, him?
Yeah, Crypto is now fully visible and there's a guy in the background.
Well, you know. They're Americans. What else do you expect?
Are you getting sleepy?
I mean, I've been sleepy all day. I've not been sleeping well.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Well, it's fine. I'm awake enough for this. It's not like I'm dozing off.
I need some DNA and I know where to get it.
From butts.
No, there's a probe right there. I was going to do a challenge where you have to kill cows, but it's better with the disintegrator ray. But, right. I will be doing grinding off screen, just to make sure I get all the upgrades.
Hope so. I don't want to see you grind.
No.
Bumping and
Let's
grinding.
see if we can get the new upgrade.
Apple-matic.
Probably not. Oh, well, we can just about afford it.
It's very a long way away from Santa Modesta.
Sorry?
They were a long way away from Santa
They
Modesta.
were.
For them to have singled that particular
Yes. How come this town 200 miles away, hasn't seen anything.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like 200 miles is very definitely lowballing it.
Uh,
We're talking Central Eastern America compared to West Coast America. That's
all right.
probably like 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles.
Mm. Now there's
How far from Kentucky? Because Kentucky's right there. How far from Kentucky to California? 2,096 miles. And it's roughly that sort of distance, I would say. So I was quite impressed actually. I was pretty close there.
yeah.
There's a pool party at the motel. Oh, this is when you start getting the bloody people who can tell who you are.
That is annoying.
I hate it. I think the best part of the game is going around and just blowing shit up in free play.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, many a. I can play this. Uh, when I played through in preparation for this, that was the first time I played it without cheats.
Hmm. Sorry, I was just under the impression there might be more to that sentence.
No, it was a perfectly valid sentence in its own right.
It was. I thought there'd be more to it.
Well, right, where's this pool then, eh?
I had considered a second connections round, but if there wasn't going to be enough substance for you to be able to get it, based on your limited music knowledge,
What was it?
it was going to be songs about the troubles in Northern Ireland.
I could have probably gotten that.
Yeah, I mean, like from the two songs at the end, which would have been Sunday Bloody Sunday and Zombie, right?
Nobody's in the pool.
It's a pool party, not a swim party. You have a party around the pool.
Thank you.
Dunno.
They're in the fucking pool now, aren't they? Hey,
I let
aren't
you
you?
drink the pool. Well, she should have died a lot quicker than she did. Is the water hurting you in this if you
It,
jump in it?
this water doesn't, but I can drown in larger
Okay.
bodies.
Any water touching in the remaster that I've played hurts you. Which is quite annoying in some circumstances where you've got a lot of water.
Did it. Right, the fuzz are on their way.
Blow them up. Man, they're hot now.
Hmm.
Do you have much going on this weekend?
No, actually, I'm gonna do. Well, I'm gonna do some video work. Do
Oh
some,
yeah.
maybe even write the script. I did order a book for that. EastEnders, the first 20 years, and I hoped it would have some quotes from like writers and stuff, but it's not really. It's sort of an unofficial thing, which is not particularly useful for what I need it for. A bit of a shame,
Hmm.
but hey ho, I've got enough quotes. It's not going to be a particularly, quote heavy video, I don't think, this time.
Which one's this one again?
Sharon Gate.
Uh,
Do you know anything about Sharon Gate?
is this them weirding about every time they have a drop in ratings so they can?
No. Good,
No.
very good guess. Very good interpretation of that phrase. No, this is oh, that mayor caught in blackmail scandal. That's a reference to the woman we scanned first. She wasn't invited after she like raised a load of money for him, and she was considering selling some photos she had of him to the press, and apparently she did it. Um,
Good on her.
No, this
That was
is
pretty
this
sweet.
is a story about
How your life got turned upside down.
no.
So your blade take a minute, just sit right there.
Yeah, it's basically Sharon is married to one of the Mitchell brothers and she has an affair with the other one.
Oh, they're so easy to mix up. They both look like tits,
Mm.
not breast tits, just
They're bloody
small.
hard. They're so bloody hard, Jordan.
No, you've reminded me of an inappropriate song.
This is our first real look at villains.
But we're the bad guys.
Well,
We're the bad guys in this.
you know, for like high-ranking sort of alien hunter types, they can't see us. Like we're not even really hiding behind a tree.
Nah. Well, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
What's your problem?
No, like the fact that they can't see you.
Yeah,
I'm like they even turn towards you.
you're right. This is a shit game. Let's stop playing.
I never said that. You're flying through it, right?
Say it's not a particularly long game. There we go. Four videos, probably three.
Wow. Oh, that word that described how they were dressed.
Yeah,
How would you say that word?
Ebon. Ebon?
Ebon.
Yeah.
You would say Ebon.
What would you say?
I would say Eben
Eben. Yeah.
because like ebony and ivory, right?
Ebony and Ivory. They're very far away now.
But the only reason I ask is well because that's reminded me, but also I was listening to another Star Wars audiobook which had a ship called the Ebon Hawk, which is
Yes.
the ship from the
Oh my god.
Knights of the Old Republic games.
They're really moving at some clip, aren't they?
They are. But the narrator was pronouncing it the Ebon Hawk. And I was like, that's not right.
Hmm.
And they kept pronouncing it like that. So it was bugging me. And I was going to ask you and I completely forgot about it.
Oh look, they turned
turn
around,
around.
which is handy.
Quick, blow it up.
Lol. Not so fast, buckaroo.
Okay, no. It's got a bit of power to it, hasn't it?
Yeah. If I blow up something next to it, it'll... that helped. Don't you fucking move.
Yeah, right, where you
There we go.
quick.
Boop.
Run. Diabolical. An American plot as to
Yes.
how best to control and subdue the people of America.
You know, there
Can't
was
imagine
an operation suggested called Operation Northwoods, which is basically a series of false flag operations, like bombing American cities and assassinating people and various things like that, designed to rally American support behind the war with Cuba in the
Oh,
60s.
this does not surprise me, to be honest with you.
But JFK, when it reached his desk, he was like, absolutely fucking no way. What the hell are you thinking? This is insane.
Well, I mean, that's the absolutely correct attitude to have.
And there is a theory that it led to them assassinating him, which I don't believe.
Well, they may well have done it because of that sort of a reason.
Well, I've told you my idea for a fun farce of a film where everybody accused of killing JFK is individually plotting to murdering him on that day, and Lee Harvey Oswald just absentmindedly strolls in and does it for them. Do I have to scan him first? I can't remember.
You did say to scan him. It was for. destroyed Sleepy Ernst.
Sleepy Ernest destroyed.
My mind says Marilyn, but my nightstick says Betty Page.
Hmm,
I think that's a penis joke.
probably. Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a
probably.
lot of those. My mind says X, but my body says Y.
But the mind is willing, the body is fleshy and weak.
Hmm.
Yeah. Which reminds me, one of the voice actors for Futurama does a voice for someone in Team America. I can't remember who they did the voice for, but yeah, that's a that's a thing.
Yeah, well, they're all seasoned voice actors, aren't they?
Well, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
most of them are. Like,
Oh, that's a point. Oh,
you ever
sorry,
watch,
go on.
you ever watch Sons of Anarchy?
No, it's not something that is
Well,
really.
I did. It left no impact whatsoever. But Leela from Futurama, Katie Couric or whatever the fuck her name is, she's in it.
Katie's Segal,
Yeah, she's also in
Sagal.
Home Improvement or Married with Children.
Yeah, Peggy Bundy, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why that episode of Futurama where they basically replicate that when she finds a quote unquote other Cyclops.
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah. I learned something that I didn't know whilst I was looking at the Team America list.
Hmm.
Do you know who directed the 2004 Thunderbirds movie?
Brad Dourif.
No. Why would you pick him?
Because it would be surprising.
Okay. Uh, it was Jonathan Frakes.
Was it really?
It was Jonathan Frakes. I was surprised. I was
Oh,
genuinely surprised.
Will Riker himself, was it a...
It was. It was indeed. Because I thought, why would it have been him out of all the people it could have possibly been? And I suppose it makes sense because they do treat it as a what's it called? Um,
Star Trek type thing? Or
well, as a
I need to
sci-fi.
scratch my eye.
Oh, that's not good. It is classified as a sci-fi, so it does make sense. But
I guess, probe. I guess, well, yeah, I mean, you know what it's like. If you're on a long-running TV show as an actor, a lot of them say, "Can I have a go at directing?"
hmm.
And Jonathan Frakes was one of those who asked and received.
Well, I suppose it's good it's good practice, isn't it? If you
Mm,
everyone already knows how to do their bloody jobs.
yeah, I mean,
How hard is it to do a directing job?
because you get a credit and you've got the acting thing down, especially the character you're playing. If you've already done it for like 3 seasons by that point, it's
Hmm.
like I'd like a directing credit or two to my name. Can I have an episode to direct? And they just say, why not? Because the stakes are so tiny, really, aren't they?
Oh yeah, well, if you're doing like 13, 20 episodes a season,
I imagine some of them have it in their contract that they are allowed to direct at some point.
wasn't that one of the things? Like they had to let Shatner direct one of the films because they let Nimoy do it.
Yeah. Leonard Nimoy directed the Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, which is my favourite Star Trek film. So,
And it is an even numbered film, which means it is
it's,
one of the
yes,
better ones by
there, of course,
general standards.
William Shatner went, no fair, I want to go, and did Star Trek 5, which is one of the worst, worst ones.
I think we've already discussed it before, but there's a bit in Spaced,
Mm,
the TV show, where they talk about the whole odd numbered Star Trek films are rubbish and even numbered ones are great.
mm.
And Simon Pegg, who was a major part of Spaced and is the person delivering the lines, both starred in an odd numbered one and I believe directed an
Yeah,
odd numbered one. So I wonder how he feels about that now.
well, yes, right, we have discussed this before. We did it in a Left 4 Dead video.
I'm not surprised.
I can't can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been Blood Harvest. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, well, I don't like any of the TNG films. I think they're all a bit bad. I mean, Star Trek 2 is the one. Sleepy Ernst had fans. Star Trek 2 is. First Contact is the one that is most interesting, but I still don't think it's great.
Mm.
All the really good ones were the even numbered ones from the
Did you
original
ever finish
series.
Enterprise?
No, I probably will at
Mm.
some point, but I'm not going to write a review of it. Sorry. I mean,
Okay then.
I'll humour you and go through my rankings as it stands. Um, it's um, well, my least favourite, honestly, probably Voyager.
Okay.
It's less than the sum of its parts. I like a lot of things. I like Janeway. I like the Doctor. I like Tuvok. I like the premise. I like the theme tune. Not
We
much
met
more
some of
than
those
that.
people. That
Yeah,
helps.
it's basically a TNG rip-off that never really comes into its own. Suppose Enterprises after that. If I think Voyager is less than the sum of its parts, um, Enterprise is so much more. I haven't finished it, but it's doing some interesting things that I really quite appreciate. And then I think, honestly, Star Trek the animated series.
Okay.
It's exactly
I
the
always
sort
forget
of
about the animators.
yeah, it's exactly the sort of thing I would have liked as a fuck it. I would have liked as a young person. I could absolutely see myself watching that on on Saturday mornings.
Mm.
After that, the original series I like a lot, but it's not perfect. It's definitely got flaws, and later series definitely improved on things.
They certainly have troubles when it comes to triples.
Yes. Um, After that, I'd have to say uh, DS9. I mean, DS9 is fucking great. Like, I don't think it's as good as quite as good as people say it is, but it's sort of a mute point because it really is brilliant.
Mm.
Um, and then TNG. I mean, I think DS9 is arguably better at its best, but TNG is sort of like. Well, I said this in my review. TNG is sort of like it's like DS9 is when you're a kid and you spend the weekend at a friend's house and you have a great time and you eat pizza and you watch sort of horror movies or whatever. But when Sunday comes and it's time to go home, you're sort of glad. And staying at your friends is DS9 and going home is TNG, and TNG does feel like home, really.
Mm.
So that's my ranking. I hope you liked it.
We met some DS9 people as well.
Yes, we did.
So to be fair, technically we met some TNG people.
Yeah, we met the Irishman.
Cole Meany.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was not very mean at all.
No, he was all
We're
right
going to miss
actually.
him.
And Stephanie Beecham was in TNG, and she was nice. You know, she gave us some time. I don't. I think most people our age don't really give two shits about Stephanie Beecham, which is fair enough.
No, true, but yeah,
Yoink.
it was a good day. That was.
Yeah. I suppose. Yeah. Wonder when they may get this Voyager documentaries coming out. Did you watch the DS9 documentary? You almost certainly didn't.
No, I didn't.
Did you hear
I can't
about it?
remember the last time I watched. No, I don't remember hearing about it.
Well, it was a sort of a look back at DS9. It was good. I enjoyed it. Well, I've
I
accidentally got the highest fucking rating, which is fun.
That'll teach you.
Mm.
I don't. I'm not entirely convinced it was an accident, given how much you just got in and started shooting shit up. But
Well, I thought bollocks to subtlety.
yeah, well, this is the price. I I grew up quite enjoying a Star Trek video game.
Did you really?
It was a set in the Voyager series. It was called Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. It was a first-person shooter
Mm.
from the early noughties, and
How'd it go?
basically
Fuck.
it's basically an episode with quite a lot going on
Yeah.
in it. You end up encountering a probe, or they end up encountering a probe, um,
Always fun.
which attacks them. You blow it up. It blowing up transports you to a like a spaceship graveyard where you can't use any of your engines don't work and shit like that, and you're just
Mm.
drifting. And it turns out that the people that are like
Fuck.
that own the probe and are in charge of this graveyard have basically been using it to harvest parts and genetic material and all that kind of shit, so they can try and take over the universe.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a good game. There's all sorts of interesting parts to it. Like you end up at one point trying discovering that there's a particular material that'll let you use your engines and stuff.
Mm.
So you have to go get it, but it happens to be on a the alternate universe Klingon human bad guys, the Terrans, I think it is.
Oh, the mirror universe.
Mirror universe people. It's a sort of bunch of mirror universe ships that have been merged together to form almost a space station, and you've got to go and find them all on there, and you're getting hunted down by a Hirogen.
Oh yeah,
And
those things.
like half of it's stealth and the other half's shooter, and it's like every time you change section, like which part of the station you're in, it's stealth again, and then it all goes tits up. You end up dressing up as them at one point and sneaking around, and
Mm.
yeah, it's crazy. There's this one really good bit where it's my favourite level in the game, where you have the bad guys coming along, and they've got like a little spaceship that does work, and they've sent like little scarab beetle like aliens in to try
Fuck
and
off.
steal everything they
Oh
can from the
shit.
ship,
Here we
and you have
go
to repel
again.
them.
Hmm.
And it's just I think it's quite good. It's quite a good game.
Yeah.
The Borg are there naturally.
Well, obviously.
Species 847 are there for a bit.
That episode when they made their first appearance.
What 847
Yeah. That the cold opening to that episode. Do you recall that?
No, I don't.
Basically, it's a Borg ship, and we see it from the perspective of whatever ship it's coming up to. And it does this whole resistance is futile, we are the Borg. And then like fucking green lightning shoots out, the ship gets destroyed, and I literally went, "Wow, that's a very effective opener." Because it is. It's a fucking great
Mm.
opener.
The Borg ship gets destroyed.
Yeah,
Okay,
by
just
this,
to clarify.
because we know the Borg are this massive threat, and there are entire episodes of TNG where they're basically just figuring out how the fuck do we deal with this.
Hmm.
Um, and they just get destroyed very, very easy. Whatever this thing is, it's capable of wiping up Borg like it's nothing.
You end up teaming up with the Borg
Hmm.
in this. Like they briefly agree to an alliance. They'll let you take wait. I was mentioning this thing that'll let you use your engines and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you manage to collect it all, and then just as you're about to leave, the Borg turn up, steal it off you, kill one of you guys, and then beam out again. So you end up having to
Mm.
steal it back from them. And
Mm.
whilst you're there, they find you, trap you, and we're like, look, fine, you can take the stuff back, but you need to deal with species 8472 for us.
Yes, I think that happens in Voyager. Come to think of it,
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah, I think there's a much the same. Like it's a enemy. My enemy is my friend. I always figured they should have just had like really the gist of Voyager should be establishing a Federation like atmosphere in the Gamma Quadrant, where the fuck they were.
Uh, Delta, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They did a sequel to to Elite Force, where it's set after, or most of the game is set after they get back to the Alpha Quadrant. and you end up joining because you're part of like a specialist away team designed for dealing with with problem missions that need dealing with.
Yeah.
Because like your typical away team is not designed or trained for serious combat, right?
No.
Whereas in
Well,
this, like, you are
no,
trained for it.
that's
You're
fair.
specifically trained to deal with
It's more of
combat.
a rounded team, I suppose, in a way, a usual away team, isn't it?
Yeah. So because of the success, it's something that they are interested in implementing across other ships, and you are tasked with leading one on the Enterprise
Hmm.
under Picard, and you end up finding a few of your old mates, and they help you out and shit like that.
Good old
So,
Picard.
I remember there being a chase scene through a space station. You have to fight a Ferengi in a combat armor thing. It's very weird in the sequel. Good game still. Again, it's still. I think they're both good. I think the first one's got more to it. Like it's. I preferred the first one, but I grew up with that one more than I grew up with the second one. So I think you'd probably enjoy it if you could get past the fact it's Voyager.
Yeah, I don't really like poor Voyager.
They do get
Poor
the proper
Voyager.
casting though. They did get the cast to do the voices.
Well, I love Kate Mulgrew. I think she's fucking great. I did get to keep the DNA I harvested, which is nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. This island suburbia. Where am
Yeah.
I? Oh, I need to reposition because my legs are aching. Oh, fucking hell. That's better. I don't remember what other games I sort of played back then. Deus Ex, I played a bit of that. That was about 2001, I think. Unreal Tournament, I used to play that a lot.
Right, let's retrieve information from the scientists.
I swear to God, I can hear like piano or keyboard or something.
What, from the game or?
No, I've been hearing it on and off for days.
Are you haunted?
I think it's downstairs.
It's the
I'll be honest
mayor.
with you. I heard them. I got woken up Tuesday night, I think it was. No, Wednesday morning. Christ, was it only yesterday? Jesus. I got woken up by someone saying, I'm pretty sure someone saying "daddy," but like in a trying to wake a parent up kind of way,
Yeah.
not in an inappropriate way. Because
Yeah.
before you think otherwise, because I know what you're like when it comes to
Look at these
hallucinating
angry
stuff like that.
people.
So I was pretty sure I was hearing that. So I woke up. My immediate reaction is obviously that it's my child that I have that could possibly be needing my help.
Yeah.
Go and check. He's fast asleep. I go back into bed, and then I hear downstairs arguing about getting cereal again.
About getting cereal.
Yeah,
Huh.
and then the loud part when it started shouting, it was highlighting the fact that it was 4 o'clock in the bloody morning. It's like that's the thing you don't shout.
Well.
That's why you don't shout any of it. So I was a bit frustrated because like obviously I had to work the next day because it was yesterday.
Why don't you
Yesterday morning.
white noise? White noise changed my life.
I shouldn't have to white noise.
Oh, you and your principles.
I should be able to be asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning without people
Why are you
shouting.
whispering?
Because I worry that they might hear me.
If they watch these videos.
If they watch this video, they wouldn't know
What if
that it's
Keith has
necessarily
moved
me.
in downstairs in a vain effort to be closer to you?
Because I know Keith doesn't live downstairs. I know their names. I know one of their names.
You ever heard of fake names, bucko?
It's not me that gave their names. Like, I know things.
Okay.
But no, that was an annoyance, and I thought I'd share it with you. And I don't think it's unreasonable to be annoyed by that.
Right. So the gist is these scientists are trying to use. They're helping Majestic to use food to make everybody angry, so they become paranoid and pissed off.
It's understandable.
Now what, Pox?
Scheiße.
Well, there's no other way to really do it other than to use a saucer.
No, it's true. Would you like a flying saucer?
Yes. But it had to be big enough for me to sleep in.
Yeah, I suppose it
I
would
would
actually.
honestly, if it was big enough for me to sleep in and I could get, I had a replicator in it, like even just a tiny cozy spaceship, I would probably just live in orbit for the rest of my life.
Like if what if it was like the size of a truck, but not like the cab, just the truck part, not the trailer.
Well, that's not nearly
Because
big enough, is it?
they have beds in the back.
That would probably be too small. But I'd probably, honestly, I'd quit my job and I'd move into it, and I could just land on Earth for a bit every now and then, couldn't I, and stretch my legs.
Well, if you had clearance,
What do you mean clearance?
well, clearance to land.
Well,
You can't
fuck
just
that.
land.
Of course I
Like if you've
fucking
got a plane,
can.
you can't just land anywhere, can you?
I'm in a flying saucer. I can do what I fucking want.
Remember that when the fucking army shoot you down for violating.
I'll go
Well,
to
the
like
Air Force.
the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
What, to get butt fucked?
No,
Well, why is it called butt fuck then?
because I don't know. Because your mum lives there.
Ugh.
There, I said it.
Ugh. No one wants to think about that.
Hmm.
Oh, I was. You just reminded me. I was watching some TikTok last night, and it had one of the videos was your mama jokes, but they were Lord of the Rings themed.
Uh-huh.
So your mama's so promiscuous. All the riders made for her gap of Rohan.
Right.
Your mother's so corpulent. Um, she can't be perceived in her entirety in the Palantir.
Lol. Ah.
Just stupid shit like that.
Fuck.
Oh, your mother's so fat that all that once was lost behind her.
Hmm.
Was one that tickled me because it's such a ridiculous fucking thing.
Yeah.
But like they all are right. But it just that one got me, and it was like it was Saruman and Gandalf going at them because of the way that the voices they were using for it. And it just it was good.
Whoa. Probably deal with this, shouldn't I?
They would be my priority. Do you not have like the little shield thing that
No.
destroys them? Oh, okay.
Uh,
There was a thing in the version I played that let you blast off a little shield if you got the timing right, and it would blow them up.
no, this is old school. This isn't
Well,
the new
I didn't.
version.
I wouldn't have expected them to have had quite so much mechanic to the game. Catch a G-man. Ooh. All I know for sure is that the wrong man. So the right man in the wrong place.
Can make all the difference in the world. Oh fuck. Come on, you little bastard. Right. Oh god. Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Oh my fucking Christ. Look at all those guns, eh?
You nearly got shot, didn't you?
I was very nearly destroyed, yes. There's a cloaking device in the second game, which would have been fucking useful, wouldn't it?
It would have been. But alas, you're playing the old school.
Yeah. One, yeah. We did it.
Now you're going to interrogate the guy by using the electric binder thingies,
We're going to torture him a bit.
and you're going to like it.
Yeah.
They're part shark, aren't they?
Who?
These aliens.
Maybe.
I think. I've got the impression they're a part shark.
Hmm. The Furons would absolutely beat us in a war, wouldn't they?
No, absolutely. I mean, look how much damage one's doing.
Yeah.
Seeing as you never asked, I've got my partner over tomorrow night.
Why would I
So,
ask?
because I asked you about your weekend.
Oh. Well, I know what you do this weekend. Okay, go on. What do you do? Go on.
So she'll be coming over tomorrow night.
Okay.
Spending Saturday morning with us. At which point, mid afternoon, I'll be taking her to do some tutoring.
Uh-huh.
And after she's finished, I'll be taking her home.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night, I'll probably have to try and get the video uploaded, ready for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Then Sunday morning, because it starts at 6 o'clock, I'll be watching the race. And then I can do whatever the fuck I want Sunday afternoon because I won't have to do anything else.
Well, my 3-day weekend, I tend to. Friday is for me, so I sort of relax and just chill out and stuff, and I do the video editing. Saturday and Sunday, I do hobby work, so I'll be working on video stuff. So yeah, that tends to be how it breaks down for me. Oh my god!
You have just reminded me
What
that
happened to your face?
I'm off work on Monday, so I may do some solo recording or something if I can be asked. I was going to do that when I had my week and a half off, and I just couldn't be asked at the time. That's why I've not done any for a while. Not knowing what to play is the hard part. It's not. I lost the drive for the Project Zomboid stuff.
Well, I think we've got time for one more if we're being charitable. Maybe two.
Yeah, I should say we've got time for at least one.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about finishing at 12 would be like normal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's only 25 to now.
Gimme. I like to keep up with the upgrades just because
it makes things easier.
Yeah.
Oh no, not a barber shop. I wonder how many of them there are. Oh, playing a probe.
Yeah, I know. It's these cutscenes. Every now and then there'll be a probe in the background. There's a really obvious one in like one of the last missions where the main villains walk out of a bunker, a tiny little bunker, and there's a probe sitting in the corner. It's like, did they notice it? Is it blind? Is it like invisible to humans? That would make sense.
I think quite possibly they didn't think about that.
No.
Which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah. Look at it beeping.
Beep, boop, zeep, zoop, bloop. So you want to protect your homeland?
Not particularly.
No, I'm not out for myself.
You're
Freaking A.
welcome to it. our main villain.
For bastards. Oh, fuck's sake.
It's interesting that their plan seems confined to like 3 towns.
Who, the aliens?
No,
Or
the Majestic.
Majestic.
We're
Yeah,
just
they
following
travel.
Majestic, aren't we? Really?
They travel around quite quickly as well.
Yeah.
Considering you've got a spaceship, so that explains how you're getting around quickly.
I mean, it would make sense that like testing shit out in small towns. I mean, we do end up in Washington.
Yeah. Oh, there's one way, isn't there, where you need to stop a bunch of senators from getting into
Yes,
vote or something. Oh, that was a
we killed.
tedious one.
That's fine. We killed the president, and for some reason everybody's voting. But it's referenced in the actual level that it doesn't make any sense. We're just told, don't think about it. It's fine.
Mm.
80 cents to see a movie.
Those were the days.
Hello. Goodbye.
Adios, motherfucker.
He's not dead.
He should be. He should have at least broken his legs.
Well, I'm going to take their brains just because you never know.
You never know.
I'm watching Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Of course they are.
It's a fun movie.
What about Plan 8?
Well, I mean, they mention in the film that they think, oh, I think Plan 9 is best suited for this scenario. So there is a Plan 8, Plan 6 through.
Plan 8 of the Apes?
Yes. Hey.
What was the last sci-fi you watched?
Well, I know what I watched last science fiction. I watched 65.
I don't know
65
that one.
million. It's the Adam Driver film. Basically, some aliens end up on planet Earth, but it's 65 million years in the past.
Oh, okay.
So Adam Driver and some girl are like running away from dinosaurs. It wasn't very good.
That's fair enough.
I didn't think it was very good at all. There's this big villain dinosaur that appears at the end, but I think they saw it once before. And usually with that sort of thing, you'd have that set up a couple of times.
Yeah,
There'd
like
be some close
a roar
escapes,
or
and
something.
you'd have like close calls, wouldn't you? You'd have a scene where they're running from it and they manage to escape it, and every now and then it just sort of pops up,
Mm.
and
Like what they did in Ice Age with the one where they had the meltdown or whatever it was called.
I was thinking more Jurassic Park, to be honest.
Well, okay, yeah,
The
fine,
T-Rex
but
just showing up every now and then, or the Spinosaurus in the third one, or whatever. You know.
yeah, that's fair enough. They did it in Ice Age 2 as well. Or it might have been the third one, but I think it's the second one.
Mm.
That was two dinosaurs, a fishy one and a different one, and yeah.
Whoa.
I watched Serenity.
Yeah, that's the Firefly. Firefly?
Yeah, it was a Firefly film that they made.
How is that?
It's all right.
Yes, I do want to resist arrest.
It did what it needed to do, I think, but which is conclude the series, but didn't really conclude the series at the same time. Like there was an
Right.
opportunity for it to lead to more.
So I concluded the series, but it didn't conclude the series.
Like it works as a conclusion.
Get away, you bitch.
It works as a conclusion, but it doesn't have to be the conclusion.
Fuck.
And I can't remember his name now, but it had someone who was in Love Actually as the main bad guy.
Hugh Grant.
Bloke who marries Keira Knightley.
Don't know.
It's behind you. He was also in Doctor Strange, but I don't think that helps you either.
Not particularly.
No. But yeah, I enjoyed it. They killed off Alan Tudyk, which is always risky.
The mayor's missing.
Not surprised.
And for some reason, all these people just worship me now.
Well, because they were watching a hypnotising film.
Yeah.
I should think that's probably why.
Well, all right, yes, but we never really goes anywhere. Get out of my way.
You should extract their brains if you can.
I will. Yes, this is a very white game, but it all plays into the satire.
Because of racism?
Well, it's just stereotypically the 50s is very white.
Mm.
You know.
They look quite gormless, don't they?
You're very insulting to the good people of Rockwell.
Well, you know, they deserve it. They're letting you invade so successfully.
How long have we been going? An hour and 23 minutes. Well, you know what? I'm not going to push it any more than I should. I mean, this thing auto-saves anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, but when you go to a membership, it will definitely auto-save it.
Mm.
Because then you'd have to you'll be in the menu system.
There's a program here. So yeah, well, we've got a good bit of progress done. It feels like. So I definitely think 3 or 4 videos sure to cover this game. Really, it's not particularly long. But yeah, we're both a little tired. And
it's late.
The last video sort of went on a little longer because somebody fucked up the recording. But anyway, yeah.
Hey, at least we finished the job.
Yes, well.
At long last, it nearly cost me my life because someone pulled a fucking gun on me, but we got the job done.
Everybody keeps pulling a gun on you.
I know it was just so much easier if they just let me ransack their places.
Personality, it must be.
Yeah,
but
I don't like detectives.
I don't think you were around here. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing for a bit. So thank you very much for joining us. If you did,
like, share, and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.